hustled off the ball, gives away the throw. Seeing pictures of Chilwell on the bench. Probably not a happy man at this point in time, having lost his place in the Chelsea side. He was wearing the armband at one point early in the season, but not anymore. Seems to be a little out of favour. Villa have the ball with Pau Torres, short of the centre circle. Plays it to his right to Konza. Now to Boubacar Camara. Camara still short of halfway. Pokes it over the halfway line. Comes to Cash now. Cash comes in field a little. Gone all the way back to Boubacar Camara. He swings it left. It's over the head of Gusto and Dini has reached it. Gets it back to Zaniolo, left corner of the box. And he plays it off Caicedo and behind for Villa's first corner. 18 minutes gone here on flashscore.co.uk and the Flashscore app. Chelsea 0, Aston Villa 0. But a corner to the Villains. Their first real serious attacking post of the day, you would say. It's going to be an in-swinger from Douglas Luiz. One hand aloft. Can Villa make something of this, you wonder? Referee blows his whistle. Here's Douglas Luiz swinging it in. Attempted flick on at the near post. There's a shot. It's a super shot. I think Sanchez got a touch and it grazed the crossbar on the way over. It's a super volley. A cracking shot. And it's clawed over the top by Sanchez. It was Luca Dini that actually had the shot. He caught it really sweetly. So a second corner in quick succession for Villa, which McGinn will take from this near side. In it comes. It's cleared at the near post. Villa pick the bits up though, but they're forced all the way back to Emi Martinez, who's 2/3 of the way towards the halfway line. This ball forward's not great though, and Chelsea can perhaps spring into attack now. They've laid the ball down the line. I think Jackson's going to be offside. We're playing on for the time being. Jackson's gone down. I'm wondering if the offside flag's gone up. It has indeed. You sometimes wonder whether it couldn't go up earlier, but I suppose if Jackson had run on and scored then, and it had been shown that he was onside, then yeah, he was about a foot offside. That was a good counter-attack by Chelsea, who've been penned in for a few minutes and had to resist a couple of corners. It's a good save by Sanchez though, from Dini. Here's Villa on the ball. They have it with Konza, who's to the right of the centre circle in his own half. Gives it to Cash, inside to Boubacar Camara. McGinn tries to turn on the ball, but he's hustled off it by Mudryk. And now Moses Caicedo can burst through the centre circle. Raheem Sterling has got help outside him, keeps going, he's gone down. He looks at the referee. Referee carries on. Here's Enzo Fernandez out to Gusto. Gusto to Sterling, right edge of the box. Tried to play a little 1-2, came back to Sterling, he put it across the area, and it was cleared away to the left. Can Villa now launch a counter-offensive? Well, they might have done, but the Villa man's been fouled by Enzo Fernandez, who seems to have hurt himself in the process. He brought down Zaniolo, and he seems to have come off by far the worst, because he's gone down to the ground. Maybe just twisted something as he went to make the tackle. He's now limping very badly actually, so it'll be interesting to see whether he can stay on the field. He doesn't look too healthy at the moment, has to be said. The the meantime, I can tell you that Mo Salah has scored for Liverpool from the spot against West Ham. They lead 1-0. We've started again here, and McGinn's been hustled off it by Conor Gallagher. Mudryk breaks over the halfway line, but a poor touch means that he loses the ball. Chelsea get it back in their own half though, and Gusto runs over the halfway line. Runs at Zaniolo. Zaniolo gets back goal side, but he plays it inside to Sterling, who can't keep hold of it. And Villa get it back to Emi Martinez, who hooks it away right-footed towards the halfway line. Chilwell wins the header, which means Conor Gallagher can start Chelsea going forward again. Here he is, out on this near touchline, about midway inside the Villa half. Caicedo into Fernandes, who seems to have shaken off that hobble a little bit. Still not moving ultra freely though. He exchanges passes with Gusto. Gusto back to Fernandes again. Fernandes goes back to Disasi and now to Silva in the centre circle. Silva forward to Fernandes once more. Fernandes to Sterling and back to Fernandes again. Disasi to Thiago Silva in the centre circle. He comes left now to Mudryk, who's about 5 yards in from the far touchline. He's laid the ball through. Here's a chance for Jackson. Parried behind by Emi Martinez. It looks as if Jackson's beaten the offside trap for once. And he forced a save from the keeper. That was a good ball by Mudryk. He's played one or two of those. Ooh. I'm not sure Jackson was onside, but he went on, had the shot right-footed. It was palm behind by Emi Martinez. So Chelsea have the corner. Corner on their near side, their left. Mudryk going to take it. He's looked lively in these first 25 minutes of the game. He's going to swing it across. Headed away, it's a poor corner. Chelsea didn't have anybody in that region of the penalty area. It was headed away from sort of outside the near post, so not the sort of corner you want really. But Mudryk, who some people feel has been pretty underwhelming since his arrival, has played a couple of really nice passes in this half so far. Ball's back with Robert Sanchez in the Chelsea goal. He rolls it to his right to Disasi. Disasi back to Sanchez once more. And this time he comes to his left to Silva. Forward to Gallagher. Back to Disasi. Gusto. Played forward, but Fernandes' attempted pass doesn't find its target. Chelsea have won it back again. Here's Gusto once more to Mudryk. Midway inside the Villa half, central position. Oh, tries to go past Boubacar Kamara, and Kamara just nicks it off him. Good play by the defensive midfield player. He's got help from Douglas Luiz, who's done really well to hold off Caicedo. And Villa can try and launch an attack down the left now with Zaniolo. Has he got Digne outside him? He's on the left edge of the box. He pulls the ball across, and Thiago Silva stands strong to get rid of it. But Villa still have the ball. Midway inside the Chelsea half, near touchline, Moussa Diaby comes in field, gives it to John McGinn. His ball forward isn't a good one though, and Chelsea head it away, and now they've got 3-on-3. Here's Jackson. Jackson with Sterling inside him, but he has to turn back again. Gets it across towards the far side of the area. He was aiming for Fernandes, but I think that's Pau Torres who's recovered the ground and headed it back to Emi Martinez to snuff out the danger. Jackson took the initial ball nicely, but then had to sort of go back on himself, and it killed some of the momentum of the move. But Chelsea had 3-on-3 there at one stage. Just took a little too long. Fernandes, I think, frustrated he didn't get the ball sooner. It's back with Emi Martinez in the Villa goal. pushes it out of his penalty area to Douglas Luiz, and it's now back with Ezri Konsa, Boubacar Kamara, and now Matty Cash, who lost it into the Chelsea half, looking for Diaby. Diaby running against Thiago Silva, but when he tries to put the ball across the box, it's an easy one for Sanchez. Really, just Dinia's shot tipped over by Sanchez in terms of chances, you would say. Chelsea for all their possession. Well, Chelsea did have that one shot by Jackson that was put aside by Emi Martinez, so one chance at either end to speak of. Oh, Enzo Fernandez plays it off a Villa player and out for a throw. Chelsea, so that's a throw to Chelsea. Midway inside the Villa half on the far side. Can Chelsea get some forward momentum? Sterling slides in, but Villa recover the ball. Here's Martinez in his own penalty area to Ezri Konsa, back to Martinez again, who's by the penalty spot. Walks it forward, walks it out of his penalty area now. Chelsea show no inclination to go and put him under pressure, so Villa progress up this left hand side. That's a good ball to Zaniolo, but Sterling did well, he backtracked well, won Chelsea the ball back. Gallagher to Chilwell on halfway on this left hand side, not far in from the left touchline. Back to Thiago Silva, and now to Axel Disasi. Out onto the far side now to Gusto. Gusto's ball inside is intercepted though, and away come Villa. It's Ollie Watkins on the ball. Hardly seem to have mentioned him at all in these early stages. Boubacar Kamara gets through a tackle. Here's Matty Cash, right edge of the box, decides to have a shot. Some of the sting is taken out of it, I think. Sanchez dives across and holds the ball. Yeah, some of the sting was taken off it by Chilwell, who it hit on the way through. Fortunately, didn't deflect it away from the goalkeeper's dive, as can sometimes happen. Axel Disasi laid forward to Enzo Fernandez, and back to Disasi again, to Thiago Silva, midway inside his half, central position. Disasi, who's to his right, plays it over the halfway line, laid forward now looking for the run of Sterling, but Martinez is really alert to that, comes out to the edge of his penalty area, and grabs the ball before Sterling can latch onto it. It's rolled out again by Villa. Villa looked pretty shaky in the first 10 minutes of this game, but it's become pretty even now. And a familiar story for Chelsea of lots of possession, but not many chances. Maybe it was the effect of the trip to Poland on Thursday and having a little bit of the flight in their legs, perhaps, that accounts for Villa's slow start. But they didn't concede a goal, and they're right in the game. Here's Martinez. Ezri Konsa back to Martinez again. Back to Konsa. This time Mudryk and Gallagher attempting to press the ball. But Villa look to have played out of the press. And they now advance to the halfway line with Matty Cash. Back inside to Douglas Luiz. He sweeps it left. And now Villa have got some room in which to operate. Luca Digne forward to Zaniolo, who's not far from the byline, pulls the ball back. Well read by Moses Caicedo. It gives Chelsea a chance to bring the ball out with Axel Disasi. His attempted clearance has gone over the sideline and out for a throw to Villa, who are much calmer in the game now than they were early on. They need to get Watkins in the game some more though. He's not seen too much of the ball. in these early stages, or in this first half an hour as it is now, because we've played 32 minutes here at Stamford Bridge. Villa throw the ball in. Here's Zaniolo down by the byline, just inside the box. He plays it off Moses Caicedo and behind for a corner to Villa. So Aston Villa growing in the game now. You can feel them growing in the game, and you can feel that Chelsea are a little frustrated that their possession in that first 20 minutes in particular didn't yield them a goal. Well, now they need to avoid conceding one, because here's Douglas Luiz to take the corner from the left. Arm aloft. Plays it deep to Digne, who crosses in from the left. It's headed away by Chelsea. Villa have latched onto the loose ball though with Camera. He's gone down. Chelsea try and clear through Jackson. Matty Cash prevents that from happening and gets it out to the left, and Villa still have the ball. 15 yards inside the Chelsea half. Pau Torres lays it forward to Zaniolo. That's good play. Douglas Luiz out on the left hand side. But Moses Caicedo is strong, puts Douglas Luiz on the seat of his pants and then tells him to get up. Conor Gallagher pokes it away from Boubacar Camara, who I think must have caught him on the way through, and therefore he's been penalised, and Chelsea have a free kick. No more censure than that from the Australian referee. Colwill now to Thiago Silva. Forward again by Colwill, looking for the runners, but Martinez is out to head the ball clear. Mudryk though latches onto it. I think he thought there was going to be a flag and they were going to get a free kick, but we're playing on. Thiago Silva to Axel Disasi, crosses into Villa territory. Plays it up the right hand side. Can Gusto keep it in from the byline? He's pulled it back. Here's the shot from Fernandez, and it's skewed across the goal and wide. Didn't seem to get a clean connection on that, but it was a really good run by Gusto, who beat the offside trap and pulled the ball back from fairly close to the byline. But Fernandez went for it left-footed and sliced across it a little bit, and it was never threatening the goal. But a good counter-attack there by Chelsea. Fernandez making his point to somebody quite forcibly, waving his arms, while Emi Martinez takes this kick right-footed up over the halfway line. Zaniolo to Douglas Luiz, back to Luca Digne. Goes back to Pau Torres, and he's all the way back to Martinez. Martinez, under pressure from Jackson, clears the ball left-footed this time. Zaniolo tries to latch on to a layoff, but it's headed back by Colwill to Robert Sanchez, who rolls it back out to Colwill. Oh, Chelsea have lost it. High up the pitch though. Caicedo goes back and tackles Watkins, and Caicedo is penalised. He's given away the free kick. He puts his hands together as if to plead with the referee that that wasn't a foul. But referee Gillet is not for changing his mind. Let's have a look at this. Well, let's have a look at another angle. Yeah, from the angle of Watkins running towards the goal, it's clear that Caicedo doesn't get the ball. From sort of behind, it looked as if he might have got a touch on the ball first, but he didn't, so it's a good decision by the referee. And this is a dangerous position for Aston Villa. It's probably 30 yards out. It's about level with the right of the D. Digne and Douglas Luiz are over the ball, having a conversation behind their hands, so that perhaps none of the Chelsea players can hear. Which one of them really fancies it is the question. Maybe they were trying to convince the other that they were the one to take it. Not so sure. Looks like it might be Douglas Luiz's right foot rather than Digne's left. Let's see. Here's Luiz, he gets it up over the wall but up over the bar. Maybe it took a deflection en route. I think it did, because it's going to be a corner to Villa. Yes, it came off the head of Enzo Fernandez and went wide, so another corner to Aston Villa, who've been the better side these last 15 minutes or so. Here's John McGinn to put it in. He's going to swing it in left-footed, right arm raised, puts it right towards the far post, headed back across. Here's Zaniolo. That's a lovely save by Sanchez. Zaniolo caught it sweetly on the volley. Sanchez palmed it over the top of the bar and then turns to his defenders as if to say, come on. Because Chelsea were nowhere near winning the header at the back post, and nobody was anywhere near Zaniolo either, as he really leathered that. And Sanchez turned it over the bar. Another corner to Villa. Swung in, headed away by Chelsea, but only as far as Moussa Diaby. Back to the corner taker, who lofts it into the area. Bravely, Thiago Silva goes in and gets a kick for his pains. He's saying, why isn't that a foul? I think the referee has given a corner. Yeah, I think he's given a corner. Silva seems to have gone down on his shoulder or his upper arm, so hopefully he's okay. But another corner to Villa. We're turning the screw here. 6 corners to 2 now for the visitors. Swung in by Douglas Luiz, headed away by Moses Caicedo, volleyed over the bar by Luca Digne. Well, yeah, that wasn't great from Digne. Was never in control of that. Meanwhile, round the grounds, Dominic Solanke has put Bournemouth ahead at Brighton. Brighton 0, Bournemouth 1. Brighton perhaps suffering a hangover from their Europa League defeat. Chelsea in the meantime have given away the ball again, but managed to win it back right on the edge of their own penalty area. Chilwell can bring it forward, gets it to Mudryk, who runs outside Cash, heading towards the byline on this left hand side, pulls the ball across. It's just too far ahead of Enzo Fernandez. It'll be retrieved on the far side by Gusto for Moses Caicedo. Raheem Sterling gets a touch, and now Thiago Silva has it just forward of the centre circle. Fernandez, oh, that's nice from Sterling on the right of the box. He's pulled it back, and Villa have been forced to put it behind, and it's a corner to Chelsea this time. So the game swings from one side of the field to the other. In the North London derby, an own goal by Romero has put Arsenal in front at the Emirates. Arsenal 1, Tottenham 0. So this, the only 2 o'clock kick-off without a goal so far. Here's Fernandez putting in the corner. It's headed away at the near post. It's another poor corner from Chelsea. Here's Mudryk trying to pull the ball back across. That's awful, and straight into the hands of Emi Martinez. So we've got 4 minutes left in this first half at Stamford Bridge on at flashscore.co.uk and the Flashscore app. And Villa have had 5 shots to Chelsea's 3, which, given the way the first 20 minutes went, you would find surprising, because Chelsea were well on top early on, but Villa have taken the game by the scruff a bit since then. Here's Martinez in his 18-yard area. Knocks it over the halfway line, looking for Moussa Diaby, but Chilwell's there to head it back to Robert Sanchez. The offside flag had gone up anyway. Sanchez has made 2 fine saves in this half from Luca Digne and Nicolo Zaniolo to keep Chelsea level. Here come Villa again with that man Zaniolo, who's looking for Digne up the left hand side, but Chelsea pinch the ball. Here's Jackson, dinks it over the top. I think the man coming from deep has beaten the offside. That's Gusto again. He's put it across the box, but Conor Gallagher couldn't get onto it because McGinn had put it behind for a corner. So perhaps Chelsea going to finish the half the stronger. Malo Gusto has worked really hard down that right hand side. He's made 2 or 3 storming runs. Really has. He's got some engine. But so has John McGinn, and he got back to put the ball to safety over the byline. Chelsea take the corner short from that far side. Back to Raheem Sterling. He's lofted it into the box. Here's a chance to goal. Chelsea have struck. Or have they? No, I think the offside flag's gone up. Yes, the linesman has raised his flag. VAR will look at this. Chelsea played the corner short. It was worked back to Raheem Sterling. Yeah, Disasi's going to be offside here. He put his finger up as if to wag it and say no, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be offside. I don't think it will take VAR too long to decide that that doesn't count. Look of frustration on Disasi's face. And it's as you were. We're back to 0-0. Mauricio Pochettino claps though, as if to say that's the sort of move that they were looking for. Can they find another one before half time? Good ball from Raheem Sterling, who tries to go down the right hand side and is brought down by Luca Digne, who claims that Sterling was the one holding his shirt, and in fact he's bleeding from the nose and mouth, so I'm not sure what's happening here. John McGinn is protesting to the referee. Well, let's see what happens. The ball is played forward. The two players collide. I think the collision is pretty much accidental. And then Sterling seems to be pulled back by the shirt. Well, talking of shirts, Digne is going to have to change his. Sterling and Digne exchange a sort of handshake. He's not going to be allowed to keep that shirt on. It's now covered in blood, so Sterling speaking with Enzo Fernandez. The referee still seems to be listening in. VAR are looking at this. Well, I don't really see that Sterling's done an awful lot wrong there. He's ran past his man. McGinn's claiming it's an elbow. VAR are still looking at it, I think. We're in added time at the end of the half. There's no doubt that Digne pulls Sterling back after that incident. And as a result, Digne will have to go and change his shirt. He throws a water bottle away in disgust, as if to say, well, that should be penalised. He's still complaining about it. I'm not sure if VAR are still looking at this. They're not. Chelsea have been given the free kick, so nothing untoward was seen in the collision involving Sterling, and I think that's right. I think they just ran into each other. I certainly didn't see an elbow. Here's Thiago Silva, swings the ball up to the right edge of the box. Sterling tries to put it across the box, tries twice. Eventually it comes off Zaniola and behind for a corner to Chelsea. 3 minutes added on at the end of the half. I suspect we'll play a little bit more than that now because of that VAR intervention. Oh, actually it's not a corner, it's a goal kick, so the last touch must have come off the Chelsea man. Yeah, I think we'll probably play slightly more than the 3 minutes because of that VAR intervention. Tottenham have equalised at the Emirates through Son Heung-min. So it's 1-1 in the North London derby. Here in West London it's 0-0. Martinez kicks it forward, and the referee's decided that is half time. Well, we were supposed to have 3 minutes of added on time at the end of the half, and we had less than 2. So somebody can work that out for me later. But Chelsea started well. didn't create an awful lot. Their best chance fell to Nicholas Jackson and was put behind by Emi Martinez. Chelsea had a couple of good chances, with volleys first for Luca Digne and then for Nicolo Zaniolo, both turned over the bar by Robert Sanchez. Some controversy at the end of the half with the collision between Raheem Sterling and Luca Digne. Villa is still protesting it was an elbow, but the referee and the VAR hub didn't think so. So some controversy. Join us for the second half shortly. What the second half has in store for us here at Stamford Bridge. It's now Aston Villa who are kicking from right to left. They sweep an early ball forward down into the area by the corner. It's now Aston Villa who are kicking from right to left. They sweep an early ball forward down into the area by the sustained one at half time. Villa win the ball from the throw though. Moussa Diaby trying to latch onto it, but Thiago Silva, the old war horse, has read that really well. Got across and mopped up. And Chelsea have it with Chilwell, who gives it to Disasi. Exchanges passes with Moses Caicedo and gives it back to Thiago Silva, who's short of the halfway line on this near side. His long ball forward looks for Sterling, who's got round the back of Digne, and that's a good save from Emi Martinez, who's now gone down and is rolling around. I think he's saying that Sterling made contact with him after the shot. That was a great ball by Silva. He breasted it down in front of himself, did Sterling. Ran on. Didn't have an awful lot of the goal to aim at. Got the shot in. I'm not sure he made any contact at all with Emi Martinez. I think he jumped over the top of him. But Martinez is down, holding his right shin. He's being helped to his feet by Nicholas Jackson. Sterling's not quite sure what all the fuss is about. And he did seem to hurdle the Villa keeper. Anyway, Martinez is back on his feet. Let's have a look at this again. Sterling got the shot in. Or maybe as he tried to jump over him, studs maybe brushed across the sock. But here's Chelsea again with the shot from Gallagher. That was charged down. Chelsea starting the second half as they started the first. Fernandes in for Jackson, who heads goalwards, and it's wide. Craned his neck to reach that. Seemed to get a reasonable connection on it. In any case, the offside flag had gone up, so it wouldn't have counted. But as they did in the first half, Chelsea starting brightly. That would have been very tight if VAR had decided to have a look at that, I think, if it had gone in. But, good movement from the Chelsea youngster. It was always going slightly away from the goal though. 3 minutes gone, second half. Chelsea 0, Aston Villa 0. Mauricio Pochettino gets up from his seat as Villa begin again from the back with Luca Digne. Lifts it into the centre of the field, but Chelsea have stolen it again. Here's Sterling down by the byline, pulling the ball back. Villa managed to clear. Gusto is then pushed over. I think that'll be a free kick to Chelsea, indeed it will. Zaniola is penalised. And the Blues have started this half really positively, as they did the first, but they need to cash in, because they didn't do that in the first 45 minutes. Sterling is finding some room up this right-hand side, which will cause Villa problems if he continues to do that. It's Enzo Fernandes to take the free kick, 5 yards in from the near touchline, probably about 22 yards from the byline. He's going to swing it in right-footed. He plays it short, in fact, to Sterling. Sterling makes a little bit of room, curls it into the box, headed up in the air, more up than out, but the whistle's gone. I think it's gone for offside against Disasi from when the ball was put in. The referee has waved a card. seems to be in the direction of Nicholas Jackson, and I'm not entirely sure what that's for. Oh, I see. He was trying to stop the free kick being taken, standing in front of the kicker. Well, Nicholas Jackson has got himself a couple of childish yellow cards this year. He got another one in a game I was commentating on for waving an imaginary yellow card at the referee after he'd been fouled, and so he got one himself. He needs to get that out of his game. That's pretty immature, churlish stuff. In the meantime, Villa have the ball in the Chelsea box. It's crossed in by Zaniolo, cleared away by Thiago Silva. Out for a throw to Villa, midway inside the Chelsea half on this near side. Chelsea 0, Villa 0, 6 minutes of the second half gone. Luca Digne to throw the ball in. Throws it short to Zaniolo, who gets the better of Sterling but doesn't get the better of Gusto, who's having a fine game, and the last touch came off the Italian. For Villa, and a lot more corners than Chelsea. It's played back to Digne, who floats it in towards the far post, but Sanchez sees that as a floaty, loopy one and comes to catch it, and sets Chelsea going again with Gusto, who's on this near side. Thiago Silva lofts it over the top. Has Sterling beaten the offside? He's clean through. Oh, and he's missed. Saved by Martinez, and then cannons off Sterling and goes over the top of the bar. Well, I don't know whether the flag's gone up. It has gone up, so it wouldn't have counted. So that spares his blushes, but he really should have been sticking that in the back of the net and then worrying about whether he was offside or not. And I think if VAR looks at this, he may well not have been offside. Looking at it again, he looked onside to me. I think VAR would have decided that that was onside, in which case that's a fine save by Martinez, because he didn't know that Sterling was offside. Martinez starts us again. His ball is too long. It's volleyed away from just outside his own box by the opposing keeper Sanchez. And Chelsea have a throw just forward of the halfway line as they play on the far side. Here's Thiago Silva to Axel Disasi. Fernandez turns away from Douglas Luiz, turns away from him twice, and Luiz taps his ankles, gives away a free kick. Fernandez and Luiz exchange a few words, which I don't think were pleasantries, but we'll gloss over that. Here's Gusto, back to Disasi, and now back to Sanchez. Brighton have completed the turnaround against Bournemouth. They now lead 2-1. Kaoru Mitoma has put Brighton ahead at the Amex. Here's Luca Digne laying a ball back to Martinez, who takes too long to clear it, and he's lucky in the end that his clearance cannons off Jackson and goes behind for a goal kick. Took far too long with that. Jackson closed him well and gave him some hurry up. That could have gone anywhere. Here's Martinez again. He gets rid of it quicker this time, with Jackson closing in. Ezri Konsa in his own 18-yard area to the right of it. Plays a square ball to Pau Torres, and now to Digne, who lays it up the left-hand side. Zaniolo screens it away from Gusto, who dives in on the tackle. I don't know whether he's been penalised for that tackle. The Villa man's gone down and Gusto's been booked. I'd I'd like to see that again. It's Digne that's on the floor. He's man in the wars today. Zaniolo held it off. In went Gusto. Well, I'm sorry, to me that's a good tackle. That's a good tackle where he plays the ball. But it seems that playing the ball these days, in fact VAR are looking at this as if they want this potentially to be a red. Well, I will be aghast if that's a red card. If that's a red card, then I don't understand football. I'm sorry. He's definitely played the ball. He hasn't gone in two-footed. Yes, he's caught Digne on the follow-through down by the touchline. Oh, and the referee's going to the screen, which means this is going to be trouble for Malo Gusto. This is going to end up in a red card, you would assume, as the referee's been sent to the screen. Well, I'm sorry, but if the Frenchman's sent off for this, that's farcical. He's going to be shown a still picture, which makes it look like it's a really bad tackle. He's actually just seen it in slow motion now properly. He should realise that that's not two-footed. The player's played the ball first. He's made contact with the player following through. To me, that's not even a foul. I'm sorry, that's not even a foul. If Gusto's sent off for this, then football's gone nuts, in my view. Well, we're going to find out what's going to happen, because referee Gillet's coming back on the field. He's obviously had words with the VAR hub, Simon Hooper, and he's going to cancel the yellow card and bring out the red. And Chelsea are down to 10. Well, that's madness, absolute madness. Let's say that tackling's no longer allowed in football at all, because I don't understand that at all. I think that's a nonsense. If you disagree with me, you can tweet me at Ellis_red and say, sorry mate, you don't understand football, but clearly I don't, because to me that's never ever a red in a million years. I'm sorry, that's farcical. Well, it will mean an entry into the game for Ben Chilwell, but I'm sorry, Simon Hooper and Gerard Gillet, you got that wrong. Every day of the week. That could well lead to another apology from Howard Webb when Monday morning comes around. Anyway, we've started again. Here's Luca Digne to Moussa Diaby to Douglas Luiz. Boubacar Kamara gets it out to the right hand side, right corner of the area. Villa have got an extra man now. Here's John McGinn firing in the ball, but that's an easy claim for Sanchez, who plays it quickly upfield towards Jackson, who's now all on his own against Ezri Konsa. And although he initially tries to screen it away from the Villa man, Boubacar Kamara comes back and helps Villa win the ball back. Well, I said it had been an underwhelming start for Chelsea to this season. Well, playing at home with 10 men's not going to help them in that cause, that's for sure. Douglas Luiz in the centre circle, swings it out to the right. There's loads of room out there now, and Villa can get a dangerous ball in the box potentially. Moses Caicedo wins the original header. It ricochets, almost falls to a Villa foot. Another shot comes in and it's deflected behind. Matty Cash with the shot, and the 10 men of Chelsea could be in for a very, very searching half an hour now in this game. Caicedo's initial clearance header didn't go that far. An initial shot was blocked by Thiago Silva, and the follow-up shot came in and Chilwell put it behind. Well, Mudryk is going to be sacrificed so that Chelsea can get another defender on the pitch, and that's a shame for him because He had a very bright first half, but he's going to give away to Chilwell, who's going to come on in his place, as Chelsea perhaps have to batten down the hatches now at home. Well, I'll be really interested to see what Pochettino makes of that red card decision after the game. For me, it's a farce. Here's Villa swinging in the ball. Chelsea will clear. Chilwell hooked back into the penalty area, or towards the penalty area. Another clearance by Chelsea. Jackson tries to latch onto it but doesn't get hold of it. Chelsea clear from their own box again. Jackson once more, but he's up against three defenders now. He's got absolutely no chance as the youngster in that situation. I really don't know what Chelsea can do from here. They're relying on a counter-attack now, whereas Villa really should put the foot down and go for the 3 points, you would feel. They finished the first half the stronger side. Now they've been given a leg up by some pretty incompetent refereeing, in my view. Here's Matty Cash to Moussa Diaby, and now to John McGinn. Douglas Luiz, 30 yards from goal, plays it back to Pau Torres. That's good play by Digne. Douglas Luiz to the left of the penalty area. His ball in doesn't find Zaniolo, but Zaniolo might latch onto it now. Might have a crack. It's blocked. Blocked and behind. I think it's going to go for a throw, actually, down by the corner flag. Rather than a corner. Yes, indeed it is. It's a throw about 3 yards from the corner flag. So 62 minutes played at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 0, Villa 0, but Chelsea down to 10 men with Malo Gusto sent off. A straight red for a foul on Luca Digne, or what was deemed a foul on Luca Digne. Can the Villa side make the extra man count? They have the ball with Matty Cash in his own half. Plays it back to Ezri Konsa, who's playing as last man for Villa. Might as well have his pipe and slippers out if he possesses them, or his deck chair, because he's not under any pressure at the moment. Here's Cash again, midway inside the Chelsea half on the right hand side, running at Chilwell, tries the shot straight into the midriff of Robert Sanchez, who holds on. Well, Chelsea would have been hoping to kickstart their season with this game. That looks pretty unlikely now. Here's Conor Gallagher, deep inside his own half and being forced back towards his own goal. Goes back to Sanchez, who clears left-footed towards the halfway line. Jackson is out-jumped by Ezri Konsa. Moses Caicedo, though, plays the ball over the top for Jackson. He can run at Konsa now, but he can't get the wrong side of him. Konsa screens the ball back to Emi Martinez, and that threat has gone. Here's Luca Digne, inside to Douglas Luiz. Villa are going to dominate the ball now, you feel, for the rest of this game. They have it on the right corner of the box. It's laid back. Here's Zaniolo. Might come for Digne. He's pushed it across the box. It's blocked. Comes back out again to Douglas Luiz. It goes back to Pau Torres. I think every single player, bar Emi Martinez and Ezri Konsa, was in the Chelsea half then. Here come Villa again. Moussa Diaby to John McGinn. Midway inside the Chelsea half. Swings it left towards the left corner of the box to Digne. He tries to put it in. It hits Axel Disasi and goes behind for a corner to Aston Villa, who are going to dictate the rest of this game with the extra man. What else does this game have for us, you wonder? What else does it have? It's a corner on the left for Aston Villa. put in. It's a poor corner. Hits the man on the near post, who was Nicholas Jackson. Sterling now tries to run it clear. He's fouled by Douglas Luiz, and that'll be a free kick to Chelsea. Meanwhile, in the North London derby, it's Arsenal 2, Tottenham 2. Bukayo Saka put Arsenal back in front from the spot, but Son Heung-min's second goal of the game has levelled it off at 2-2. So a rip-roaring North London derby going on there. Still 1-1 at Anfield between Liverpool and West Ham. And Brighton lead Bournemouth 2-1. Chelsea down to 10 men at the Bridge. Only one win all season. Prospects of the second one looking slim. Zaniola's penalised for a foul on Axel Disasi. My other problem with the sending off is that the game nearly boiled over before half-time. That's the sort of incident that could lead Chelsea to think, well, we need to level it off at 10 men each. It could cause the game to boil over. And there's absolutely no need for it whatsoever. Just very poor officiating. Here's Sanchez, right-footed, kicks it far too long. It goes all the way through to Emi Martinez, who sets Villa rolling forward once more. Here's McGinn in the centre circle, comes left. They're really looking to stretch Chelsea, which is the right thing to do. Here's Digne pulling it in from the left-hand side. Chilwell got a touch, but still Villa come. Douglas Luiz loses his footing at a crucial moment, and Conor Gallagher can clear towards this near touchline. Jackson's not going to keep it in though, so Villa have a throw just about on the halfway line. Fresh legs for Chelsea, which is not surprising with them down to 10. They want as many fresh legs on as possible, you would think. Nicholas Jackson is going off, giving way to Cole Palmer. Quite sure who else is leaving the field. It may be Raheem Sterling. No, in fact it's Enzo Fernandez who's going to come off. Sterling's getting some instructions on the sideline from Maurizio Pochettino. Zugo Chukwe, who's come on. So Uga Chukwe and Palmer on. Fernandez and Nicholas Jackson off. Makes sense to take Jackson off. He wasn't getting any change out of 3 men at the back for Villa. Maybe they can use Palmer to be a speed outlet while they're on the defensive. Here are Villa building again. Chelsea get a foot in. Can they get the ball up this left-hand side and try and play it to Sterling? Konsa takes no chances. Puts it over the sideline and out for a throw to Chelsea, midway inside the Villa half. Liverpool have retaken the lead against West Ham. Núñez the scorer on the hour. Liverpool 2, West Ham 1. Here Matty Cash tries to let the ball run dead. It doesn't quite do so, so he has to play it. Gives it to Ezri Konsa, who plays it to Emi Martinez. Martinez gives it to Pau Torres, who takes it to halfway inside his own half before he plays it square to Konsa, back to Pau Torres once more. He approaches the halfway line, plays it to Douglas Luiz, almost on the centre spot. Zaniola goes outside his man, looks to play in Digne, but just too long. And again it's that man, Thiago Silva, who mops up. But when Chelsea get the ball forward, Sterling flicks it on in the direction of no one, and it goes all the way through to Martinez once more. Aston Villa 2. Aston Villa 0. Chelsea 0, Aston Villa 0. With nearly 70 minutes gone, so 20 minutes left plus stoppage time. Here's Cole Palmer, that was his first touch. Got past one but not past two. and Zaniolo can launch a counter-attack for Villa. Look, header away, in comes the volley, it's wide. It's mishit completely. And that's Moussa Diaby. It was a poor clearance by Chilwell. And Moussa Diaby's miskicked the attempted volley at goal. It's a really poor header by Chilwell. But Diaby hit the ball into the ground and is screwed miles wide. And the chance goes begging for Villa. So it remains goalless at Stamford Bridge here on flashscore.co.uk and the Flashscore app. Chelsea take the goal kick, headed away by Villa. Thiago Silva intercepts on the halfway line, gets it to Cole Palmer. He dinks it forward looking for Sterling. Has Sterling got round the back? Comes inside his man, but across comes another Villa defender to mop up and clear. Sterling very nearly creating some threat there from a good ball forward from Cole Palmer. But Chelsea are going to live off those scraps, you would feel, for these last 19 minutes plus stoppage time, playing a man short. Here's Palmer from the throw-in from Disassi. Back to Moses Caicedo. He's going to have to be strong in these closing minutes. Chilwell back to Colwill, and all the way back to Sanchez. Here's Colwill again, picking up on the left, laying it forward, looking for the runner, and he's found Chilwell bursting forward. He's got the ball across the box. That's dangerous, and it's put out of harm's way by Pau Torres. So just a couple of glimpses of Chelsea in these last couple of minutes. I thought they were going to be on the back foot for the rest of the game, but they've created a few little moments of threat in these last few minutes. They've got a throw about 5 yards from the corner flag on the near side. It's worked back to Moses Caicedo, forward by Thiago Silva. Caicedo again over the top looking for Disassi. He's kept it in by the byline, plays it into the right corner of the box. Good turn by Conor Gallagher, but the ball into the box is cleared by John McGinn. Thiago Silva's missed that, and it's a chance for Villa to counter. Another shot from Watkins, and it's a goal. Well, I thought Colwell's initial tackle had forced the Villa man wide enough that it had snuffed out the danger, but he's managed to fire it across Sanchez from an acute angle, and Aston Villa have the lead at Stamford Bridge. So they're a man up and a goal up in the 73rd minute. The ball forward found Watkins running at Colwill one-on-one. The Chelsea man got an initial tackle and you thought, yeah, that's made the angle much more acute. But it wasn't acute enough. Thiago Silva's initial mistake, he missed the ball in the centre of the field, which enabled Diaby to set Watkins running towards the goal. His initial shot was from the edge of the box. Colwill slid in to block it, but Watkins was first to the loose ball, and although the angle was much tighter, he was probably only, 3 or 4 yards from the byline at that point. It may have even gone through Sanchez's legs and gone into the side netting in the far corner. Either way, Ollie Watkins has done the business for Aston Villa. It's the cue for Zaniolo to leave the field. Bailey is coming on. Leon Bailey is on. Scorer of 4 goals this year. John McGinn's giving way too. To Ramsey, who was back from injury in Poland. Well, lots for Maurizio Pochettino to ponder. He's going to have 5 points from the first 6 games, unless Chelsea can find a leveller in the minutes that remain. Axel Disassi, forward to Cole Palmer, who's forced backwards initially. Still got the ball, lays it to the left-hand side. It's a great ball. Set Chilwell running in. Chilwell with the shot, palmed away for a corner by Martinez. Well, that was a great ball by Palmer. It set Chilwell running into the left-hand side of the box, and his low shot found the big right palm of Martinez, and it went behind for a corner to Chelsea on the far side. Well, they've got to try and manufacture something from a set piece, you feel now. And Conor Gallagher's going to take this one. Thiago Silva makes a run to the near post. Doesn't get his head on it though, it's headed away. And Chelsea will have a throw. Thrown in by Conor Gallagher. Well, Chelsea are going to have to gamble with 10 men now because they're one down. Here's Moses Caicedo to Axel Disasi. Back to Caicedo once more. Well, Chelsea are in trouble here at the bridge. A man down, a goal down, and running out of time. They have the ball in their left back position. It's gone all the way back to Thiago Silva, who'd had a fine game until missing that ball for Chelsea, which led to the Villa counter-attack that put them in front. Can he atone for that in what remains? Here's Cole Palmer. Yes, laying it to Disasi, who's attacking the right side of the box. Oh, wild shot from Disasi, who's now gone down holding his left shoulder because the challenge came in. I think he's just lashed it straight behind for a goal kick. But again, that was Palmer's ball. He's looked dangerous since he entered the field. He has a complete miskick from Disasi. The Villa man chasing back's also gone down. I think that might be Ramsey, who's only just come on. He's holding the base of his foot, whether that's his ankle or the top of his foot. Whether Disasi stood on it or not, in the act of having a shot, I don't know. So we're probably going to have trainers on the field. While that's happening, let's have a look at Chilwell's chance. He went for the near post rather than firing across the keeper. Can't help feeling he probably should have gone for the far post because there wasn't a great deal to hit. Martinez made sure that his big right hand closed the door. Fine save from the Argentinian. He's gone to take a swig of his water bottle. It's not Ramsey that's on the floor, I don't think. Just trying to identify who this is. Struggling with their left ankle, it would seem. Oh, it is Ramsey. My initial instincts were correct. Moses Caicedo has been withdrawn by Chelsea, who've brought on Armando Broja for his first game in a very long time. Out for nearly all of last season. Tielemans is coming on for Aston Villa. Ramsey's got his water bottle and is going back to the centre circle. I don't know whether they're planning on him being the man replaced. He's only been on a couple of minutes. Villa begin us again anyway. They've laid it forward. It's played forward to Moussa Diaby. I'm sure the flag will go up here. Diaby has the shot. It's saved by Sanchez. But I'm sure that the flag had gone up. The referee says Chelsea can play on because they have the ball. Here's Conor Gallagher. And Chelsea try and build again down the left-hand side. It's played infield but given away by Chelsea. There was a loose one from Raheem Sterling. Pau Torres gives it to Ezri Konsa. Boubacar Kamara all the way back to Martinez. We've only got 10 minutes left here at the bridge. Chelsea 0, Villa 1. Disasi intercepts that ball forward though. Here's Palmer. Can't trick his way past 3. Conor Gallagher slides in. Puts it out for a throw to Villa. Down by their own left corner flag. Chelsea have got to try and pen them in and find a goal from somewhere. Tielemans is about to come on. Played in Poland in the week, but didn't start today. He's going to come on for Moussa Diaby, I think. So they've gone a little bit more defensive. Villa. Kaoru Mitoma has scored a second goal for Brighton against Bournemouth. Brighton 3, Bournemouth 1. Cole Palmer trying to link up with Chelsea players gone down following a challenge. Chelsea have won the ball back. Conor Gallagher runs past the stricken player back to Axel Disasi. Chelsea have gone all the way back to the halfway line to build again. Thiago Silva, who's almost playing right back now, it would seem. Ben Chilwell to Silva, who's still out on this right hand side, lays it forward to Palmer. Palmer back to Chilwell. Chilwell to Disasi. Chelsea have got to find a way to threaten the Villa goal. He beats one man, gets it inside, played back to Conor Gallagher, 30 yards from goal. Now Disasi. Disasi to the right of the D, lofts it into the area, it's too long. And it's out for a goal kick. And another Chelsea attack goes a-begging. Disasi feeling his left shoulder again from that incident a few minutes ago. Well, Cole Palmer looks like Chelsea's best chance of a goal. He's looked pretty dangerous since he came on. But as it is, Chelsea trail 1-0 here at the Bridge. We're seeing replays of that Moussa Diaby breakaway a few minutes ago, but he was offside. Here's Disasi for Chelsea. 10 yards in from the near touchline. Now gone to Gallagher, back to Thiago Silva, who's being hustled and harried by Ollie Watkins, the goal scorer. It's out for a throw to Chelsea. Chelsea throw it to Conor Gallagher, who switches it to Chilwell, and out to the left-hand side now to Raheem Sterling, who's playing a little bit deeper, with others trying to press on ahead of him. Thiago Silva on halfway. Palmer turns away from Ramsey, beats one man, can't beat Ramsey a second time though, but Douglas Luiz is adjudged to have pulled the former Manchester City man back by his shirt. It's a free kick to Chelsea. Palmer demands the ball, floats the ball towards the box, but it's not a good one, and Villa can clear. Chelsea scrapping for the ball, but Villa have broken away again. And this is dangerous. Here's Ramsey. Ramsey into the area. Cuts in onto his left foot. Bends a shot towards the far post. And Sanchez turns it behind for a corner. Well, that was very nearly curtains for Chelsea there. A second goal would absolutely kill this. And that was going in before Sanchez turned it behind. So Chelsea breathe again. They're still just about in this game, but they now need to defend a corner on the Villa right. Chelsea were the better side in the first 20 minutes of this game, but it's not much has gone right for them since. Here's Villa's corner from the right. Swung in. Dangerous one. Headed over the top by Ezri Konsa. And out for a goal kick to Chelsea, who are running out of time. 6 minutes plus stoppage time left here, and Chelsea are struggling. What can they do? Conor Gallagher runs through the centre of the pitch in his own half. 13 shots to 7 for Aston Villa. Doesn't quite tell the story of this game. Ball swept forward by Chelsea towards the left-hand side. Can they keep it in? Yes, they can. Here's Sterling, tries to come inside his man, doesn't succeed. Douglas Luiz robs him. Conor Gallagher tries to get a foot in, but can't stop Villa retaining possession of the ball. Luca Digne goes all the way back into his own 18-yard area to find Pau Torres. And now Emi Martinez. Ezri Konsa Forward to, I think that's Boubacar Camara, it is indeed. Back to Pau Torres and now to Martinez again. He goes out to the right hand side. Villa retaining possession of the ball pretty well here. Just as I say that, Chelsea dive in, get a foot in. Now they can come forward. What can they do with it? Sterling on the left edge of the box puts it into the area. Blocked by Konza, cleared by Cash, only as far as Chilwell. Chilwell to Conor Gallagher, who claims he's brought down by Boubacar Camara, and the referee agrees with him. He's given Chelsea a free kick. Just over 4 minutes left. Chelsea 0, Aston Villa 1. Ollie Watkins with the crucial goal in the 73rd minute, after Malo Gusto had been sent off for Chelsea in the second half. A decision which changed the whole pattern of this game. Not for the better as a spectacle, it has to be said. Chilwell will take this free kick. 25 yards out, floats it in, goes to the far post, but Chelsea had 3 men at the back stick, but Breuer was the nearest, but he couldn't drag it back across the goal. And the ball's gone dead and out for a goal kick. Well, is it going to happen for Chelsea? It doesn't look like it is. It would be a real fairy story if Breuer could score, having been out for so long. Score from off the bench. Doesn't look likely right now. If you were batting on a second goal, you'd probably back on one for Villa on the counter-attack. Disassi and Watkins come together. Watkins wants a foul, doesn't get one. Here's Disassi. Back to Thiago Silva, 10 yards outside his own area, and he goes all the way back to Sanchez. Just 3 minutes plus stoppage time to play. Chelsea 0, Villa 1. Chelsea have to build again from deep. They just need to get a set piece or something to give them a chance to mount an attack. Here's Cole Palmer to Axel Disassi, a yard in from the touchline, about midway inside the Villa half, but his ball back to Palmer doesn't find its target. Palmer though recovers and wins the ball back, but he wins the ball back deep in Chelsea territory. Plays it to Colwill, who's played it up the left-hand side, but it's too far ahead of Chilwell. It's out for a throw to Villa. Unai Emery holding up 2 fingers and trying to G his side up and keep them concentrating. This would be a massive 3 points for them. I mean, overall, over the whole game, they probably deserve them. But the sending off was a massive leg up. Chelsea have won a free kick. About 15 yards inside their half. They're now in the centre circle with Conor Gallagher. Gallagher plays it out to this right-hand side to Disassi, who crosses the halfway line. Plays it inside to Gallagher once more. Played to Disassi, inside to Cole Palmer, turns away from his man but is forced backwards to find Colwill, and now Chilwell. Chilwell to Uga Chukwe, who gives the ball away, and Villa might punish them now. Watkins has been brought down by Chilwell, who's been cautioned. Villa are saying that they were through and that the yellow should be a red. Well, let's have a look at this. Well, they certainly weren't through. It is a yellow card though. It's a cynical foul by Chilwell. And Chelsea are running out of time. I think that's the second game running that Chilwell's been brought on late in the game and then booked. So, not particularly good news for him. A double change. Dendonka coming on for Boubacar Camara, who's put in another great shift. And Ollie Watkins coming off as well. Gets a pat from his manager because he's probably scored the winning goal. And Duran is on the field. John Duran. So Duran and Bailey have come on. They've got 8 goals between them this season. They're the leading scorers for Villa. Didn't get the start today. Here come Villa anyway, looking for that second goal that will kill the game. And they've got to the right edge of the Chelsea box. Chelsea have, well, I was going to say Chelsea have cleared it, but they haven't. They've given it away again. Here's Douglas Luiz to Ramsey, to Digne, just outside the area. Plays it to Douglas Luiz again. They poke it into the box, but Chelsea get a foot in. Can they clear? Can they do something here? Raheem Sterling is brought down. That's going to be a booking. That's going to be a booking for Luiz, who complains that Sterling had handballed it in the first place to bring it under control. I think he may have a point there. But once the referee had played on, if you commit a foul like Luiz did, it becomes a booking. But Sterling did use his hand. There's no question that he used his hand. Got away with that one. Chelsea have a free kick just short of halfway. But we're in 11 minutes of time added on for stoppages. A lot of it to do with the sending off. We've only played 1.5 of those. Here's Disasi pulling the ball across the box. Palmer blocked by Villa. That was goal bound and it was blocked. But the Chelsea fans will be heartened by the 11 minutes signalled, because it means there's still time for Chelsea. Here's Conor Gallagher to the right of the 18-yard box, pulls it back to Hugo Chukwe, but his ball into the box doesn't go anywhere, just rolls through harmlessly to Emi Martinez. But Palmer's shot was on target till it hit Ezri Konsa. Whether Martinez would have saved it anyway is another matter. He probably would have done. But Cole Palmer has looked the bright spot for Chelsea. Can he yet save the game for them, I wonder? Well, I don't know that Villa knew there was going to be 11 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the game when they pulled off Ollie Watkins. But let's see if Chelsea can do anything. They loft a long ball forward. Palmer has got the wrong side of his markers, but he lofts the ball towards goal, doesn't get enough sting on it, and Martinez holds it. Flag had gone up anyway, so it wouldn't have counted. Again, that's another very tight decision actually for VAR. Line plays it into the right corner of the box. Good turn by Conor Gallagher, but the ball into the box is cleared by John McGinn. 3 minutes of the 11 have been played. Chelsea 0, Aston Villa 1. Can Chelsea salvage this game? Or will Aston Villa record what for them will be a big win? Let's see. Liverpool have got a third goal at Anfield, so that's finished that game off, you would think. Diogo Jota. Chelsea man has been, well, the Chelsea man's gone down, but Villa have won the free kick. They've won a free kick midway inside the Chelsea half, which Douglas Luiz is going to take. Villa, will they go for a second goal, or will they try and take time off the clock? Digne looks to put the ball in, hits Disasi, goes behind for a corner. Villa will be quite happy if the ball stays down this end, because it means that they can't be hurt. The referee is calming down some players. There seems to be a few Chelsea players highly exercised. Levi Colwill is complaining about something to the referee. He's going to talk himself into the book if he's not careful. The referee's listening in, so maybe VAR have got something to say. The referee has stopped play. He's asking them to wait. So VAR potentially have seen something. But I think we're going to play on now. It's a corner to Villa. floated into the box, and Sanchez dropped it under pressure from Ezri Konsa. I think the last touch has come off the Villa man. Yeah, it has. The last touch has come off the Villa man, but Sanchez was fortunate there. So Chelsea have the ball back. Thiago Silva to Conor Gallagher, short of halfway. Chelsea have 5.5 minutes of stoppage time left to save themselves, but they've given the ball away again. They're going to be attacked again. Conor Gallagher tries to wrestle back possession of the ball, but Douglas Luiz has hold of it. It's back to Ramsey. Disasi gets a tackle in. Can Disasi latch onto the loose ball again here in centre field? Yes, he can. So Chelsea have a chance to launch an attack. They loft it forward. That's asking an awful lot of Breuer, though, and he doesn't get there, and he commits a foul. Ezri Konsa will lie on the ground, take up as much time as possible. Breuer just slouches in the shoulders, looks as if to say, I'm not sure I did a lot there. But this is another body blow for Chelsea. We've really had an awful start to this season. This will be their third defeat in 6 games. Only 5 points. Lots and lots of players to try and bed in again. Pochettino still searching for his best team, perhaps. Still affected by injuries. Reece James most notably. But they don't really look like saving this game now. Martinez clouts another ball over the halfway line into Chelsea territory. It's out for a throw, but it's down the right end again as far as Villa are concerned. Pochettino shouting some instructions on, trying to effect something in these dying minutes. Ball played forward up the left hand side, but it's gone straight out of play. It will be a Villa throw-in. Chilwell not pleased with the delivery up the left hand side on that occasion. 3.5 minutes of stoppage time remain. Chelsea 0, Aston Villa 1. Ollie Watkins' goal looks like it's going to win this. Chelsea latch onto the ball from the throw, but they need to create a chance. Here's Breuer out on the right hand side, links up with Thiago Silva, who finds himself in the right wing position. Here's Breuer, tries to fire it across the box, it's blocked. Chelsea try and put it back in again, but a Villa foot gets in the way. Duran's been penalised for handball though, and Chelsea will get a free kick. Can they make something of this late opportunity? This very, very late opportunity. Where's this free kick? Let me spot it for you. It's probably getting on for 35 yards out to the left of the D. It's played short to Conor Gallagher. Now to Axel Disasi. He tries to go past his man, but it's out for a throw. Disasi will take it level with the 18-yard area on this near side. Takes it short to Cole Palmer. Palmer trying to trick his way past his man. Lays a ball into the box to Conor Gallagher, who tees up Palmer, who has a shot. Cannons off Douglas Luiz, I think. And Chelsea are now struggling to hold on to the ball. And the ball's out on this near side. It's a throw to Villa. They'll take plenty of time over this. There's just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes of stoppage time remain. Chelsea 0, Aston Villa 1. It's going to be another glum post-match press conference from Maurizio Pochettino. His magic hasn't quite rubbed off on the Blues as yet. And Villa have the ball and look to take it deep into Chelsea territory. Take time off the clock. Duran has it. Gives it to Bailey. Oh, Chelsea have poked one back towards their goalkeeper. It was almost too short. Can they launch one more attack? They've got a minute left. It's Chilwell coming down the left-hand side. He hasn't got many players up with him though. Chelsea players need to get forward. Bailey's been penalised, I think, for a pull on Chilwell, so that will be a free kick to Chelsea. We're inside the last minute, so it's now or never for the Blues. Chilwell's going to take the free kick, yard in from the far touchline, probably 30 yards from the goal, maybe 35. Dinked into towards the far post, header comes in, it's miles wide from Breuer, and he was in the clear. Completely free header, didn't get it on target. Flag's gone up anyway, but I don't think he knew that. Yeah, there were probably 3 Chelsea players offside. That's a real waste. And that's probably Chelsea's last chance, because I think as soon as this goal kick gets taken, the referee's whistle will go for the end of the match. Emi Martinez waves the players forward, spits into his gloves, rubs them together, comes forward, kicks it right-footed, and still we play on. Ball lofted forward. Will Villa find a second goal here? They're in the penalty area. Hugo Chukwueze resists, gets the ball clear, but Sterling has it, but Chelsea have got a long way to run. We're now in the 12th minute of added on time. Palmer lays it down the line for Sterling. Can he get it across the box? It's headed away. Gallagher has it, running towards the byline, tries to put the ball in, it's blocked, comes out to Sterling. Sterling tries to see it over the dead ball line, over the sideline, but Villa are given the throw, and the whistle has gone. And Aston Villa have won at Stamford Bridge for the 2nd season running. Well, when they won here last year, Graham Potter was sacked. I don't think that'll happen to Maurizio Pochettino, but not much has gone right for him today. Villa survived a shaky first 20 minutes. Martinez made a smart save from Jackson, but volleys from Digne and from Zaniolo that were touched over by Sanchez were a sign of things to come. Chelsea started the second half well, but then came the defining moment of the game in many ways, when Malo Gusto was sent off for a tackle on Luca Digne, which for me was a nonsense of a red card, and that completely changed the complexion of the half, and Villa eventually made the extra man tell as Ollie Watkins fired in the winner for the Villains after his initial shot had been blocked by Levi Colwill. So no points again for Chelsea at the Bridge. More pressure from Maurizio Pochettino. The Villains bounce back after defeat in Poland in the Europa Conference League. It's finished here at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 0,